In this lesson, we're going to look at countable and uncountable nouns. We'll also look at why it is important to understand the difference. Let's begin by reviewing what a noun is. A noun is a person, place, animal, or thing. Here are some nouns: child, school, dog, bag. Nouns are generally things we can physically touch, like these. But not always, because there are abstract nouns, such as happiness and love. One way to group nouns is whether they are countable or uncountable. As the name suggests, countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. For example, 1 carrot, 2 carrots, 3 carrots. Carrot is a countable noun. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted so easily. For example, music is uncountable. We can't count music. Let's look at how to recognize whether a noun is countable or uncountable. Let's start with the easier one, countable nouns. As we know, countable nouns can be counted. Countable nouns are individual things with clear limits. You can separate them, point to each of them, and count them as separate items, just like with these carrots. Take note, we can use the articles a and an with countable nouns in their singular form. Here are some other nouns that are countable: a potato, an egg, a spoon, a dish. Countable nouns have a plural form. The plural form is usually formed by adding s or es to the end of the word. For example, 2 potatoes, 2 eggs, 2 spoons, 2 dishes. Now let's look at some uncountable nouns. You might remember that we can think of these in 3 groups: liquids, particles, and ideas or concepts. Here are some other uncountable nouns: sand, water, flour, coffee. Coffee and water are liquids. Sand and flour are particles or powders. Liquids and powders are difficult to count. Here are 2 more nouns that are difficult to count: electricity, gas. These nouns are all difficult to count because they don't have clear limits. So, how do we measure them or count them? We can use units or containers. For example, liters of water, cups of coffee, bags of flour. Uncountable nouns also include nouns such as love, hope, and sadness. These are not things we can touch, they are ideas or feelings. They are called abstract nouns, and they also can't be counted. Bread is another noun that can be confusing. We might think of bread as a single item, but it's actually an uncountable noun. That means we don't say 1 bread or 2 breads. Bread is a general word for many types of bread, like bagels, baguettes, and burger buns. We can make bread countable by using units or parts. For example, a slice of bread, a loaf of bread, a bread roll, a piece of toast. Then we could say 2 slices of toast, 3 loaves of bread, for example. Uncountable nouns often describe big groups or categories. For example, furniture, food, clothes, and money. These words are not for single things. They are names for groups of items. In the category furniture, we have chairs, sofas, tables. In food, we have eggs, oranges, potatoes. And in clothes, we have shoes, belts, and shirts. In money, we have notes and coins. Countable nouns have a plural form. For example, the plural form of potato is potatoes. The plural form of egg is eggs. The plural form of spoon is spoons. Uncountable nouns have no plural form. We can't use the articles a or an with uncountable nouns because they can't be separated into individual units. We're going to sort these nouns into 2 groups, countable and uncountable. Before we go through them together, pause here and have a go at them yourself. Let's see how you went. We'll start with apple. We can count apples. 1 apple, 2 apples. That means the noun apple is countable. Book is also countable. Now money. Money is uncountable. We don't say 1 money, 2 monies. We count dollars or coins, not money itself. Jar. A jar is a single container, so we can count jars. Love. Love is uncountable. It's a feeling or idea, not a thing we can count, like 1 love, 2 loves. Now on to milk. Milk is a liquid, and we can't count liquids. Cup. We can count cups. Sugar is uncountable because it's a powder with many small parts. Orange. Oranges are whole fruits, so we can count them. Rice. Rice is uncountable because it is made of many tiny pieces. There are some exceptions we have to talk about. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable, depending on how they are used. For example, earlier we said coffee is uncountable because it has no clear limits. However, at a cafe, I might order 2 coffees. Even though coffee is uncountable, I've used the plural form coffees. Can you guess why? Well, it's because when I say 2 coffees, I'm actually asking for 2 cups of coffee. For the same reason, I could ask for 2 waters if I'm asking about bottles of water. As mentioned earlier in the lesson, we can count uncountable nouns by using words that show an amount, like these. Let's go through each of these words. Cup. A cup is a small container used for drinks like tea or coffee. Slice. This means a thin piece of something. For example, a slice of bread, or a slice of pizza, a slice of cake. Slices are usually cut with a knife. Loaf. A loaf is a whole bread before it is cut. Piece. A piece is a part of something. For example, a piece of chocolate. You can break or cut it with your hands. Can. A can is a metal container, like a can of drink or a can of soup. Glass. A glass is a container used for drinks, like water or wine. Packet. A packet is usually a bag or a box that holds something. For example, instant noodles come in a packet. Jar. A jar is a container with a lid and is used for things like marmalade, coffee, or tea. Understanding countable and uncountable nouns is important in everyday life because it helps us to communicate clearly and correctly. This is particularly important when shopping and ordering food. Using the wrong form can lead to confusion or make our speech sound unnatural.